Hello, this is GalacticStorm, and today we are going to be doing our 15th episode of our Black Ops 3 Weapon Guide. Today, we're going to be looking at the Locus, the first bolt action rifle that you unlock, and you unlock this via by token. It's also the secondary sniper rifle that you unlock in the game. And what does this weapon look like? It looks like a combination of the Arctic Warfare and the FN Ballista, as you've seen in Black Ops 2. But that's just I think that's what it looks like. But let's talk about the stats on this weapon. What makes it so different besides the Dratcon? Well, in damage, it's a lot different. You'll do a one shot in the head, chest, upper torso, shoulders, but two everywhere else. Range on this thing is the same at 208 meters with all the sniper rifles, and penetration is high, like most of the sniper rifles, but I do not recommend doing it. For one big reason, the rate of fire on this thing is tremendously slow, at 57 rounds per minute. Aim time is very swift though, better than all the sniper rifles, at 340 milliseconds. The hipfire, like all the sniper rifles, it's pretty high, which, yeah, that's not really, it's a usually standard thing for a sniper rifle. Magazine capacity is high for a bolt action at 10 rounds, but 14 when you get extended mag. Reload times are slow at 3.4 seconds, and the accuracy, it's pretty high, but it won't be a factor because the sights in that would always reset every time you shoot someone. So it's not going to go all over the place for you. And for what we're going to be doing, this thing, we're going to make this into a mobile sniper. We're not going to make it into a quick scoping sniper because I really don't believe snipers actually can do that because it's not real life. I'd rather do it in a real life fashion. So, move to one place, shoot someone, move somewhere else, blah 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 blah. That's what I think. Be stealthy, and we're going to add booby traps, and we're going to put self defense into our category. And we are going to be using just surprisingly one attachment with this weapon, but it can vary. You can choose the suppressor, the ballistic CPU, or you can choose rapid fire. It makes it to 60 rounds per minute, but every shot would really count, and even the rate of fire would increase a little bit, like a little bit, but it's still something that I would recommend. For the secondary pistols, we are going to be choosing a pistol. You can choose a pistol of your choice, but we're going to be choosing the MR6 for its semi-automatic capabilities. And we're just going to put a nice little paint job on because it looks nice and fancy. And we're going to be adding perk 1 greed wall card, so we can have two perks from slot 1, and we can have some good things with it. Oh yeah. And for our first good thing is Blind Eye, so you won't be targeted by any small craft weapon systems like Hellstorms, darts, blah 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 blah. And then the second one is Flak Jacket, so you can take less damage from enemy explosives, which is awesome. And it helps you when you're going into different places. Cold Blood will be our second choice from perk 2, or Hardwire, depending on your choice. But you won't be targeted by ground-based AI scorch streaks, and you will be immune to the optics, thermal optics to be precise. And our last one is gonna be Tactical Mask, so it can reduce the effects of flashbangs, concussions, and shock charges. And for our lethal slot, we are going to be choosing, you can choose either the strip mine, but we're going to be choosing the C4, which is a explosive, and it can be armed in a few seconds, and you could double it as a booby trap along with it. It has a sensor pressure onto it. And then there's the shock charge that you can add onto as well. We're going to be adding onto it as well to cover another area. And for pros and cons on this thing. Pros on this thing, it has a one-shot kill. It's great at long range. It has lower sway, like the Dratcon and that. And it has the best aim time than the rest of the snipers, which is really good. The cons on this thing, it's horrible at medium to close range, like all sniper rifles, and it has a very low rate of fire, which means higher rate of fire weapons are going to go spraying you like crazy, and even shotguns. So without further ado, let's get this little bug in action. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And be sure to look at my Facebook page down below. And tune in next week while we are going to be reviewing the RK5, the 3-round burst pistol that you unlock. Until then, Galactic Storm saying, keep charging, bitches.